The 1 week, a main mistake by Sweden's Ericsson took millions of portable customers autonomous, time its China competing Huawei fluoride installation blood pressure of such who believe it a safety hazard. On the newest technology camping podcasting, we request, can we confidence the Telecoms production? Previous on Thursday, more than rather than 30 millionth portable telephone users in the UK found how they could not get accessing to their information facility. Such problems were informed by portable operators in Japan and China. The downtime at the O2 web lasted for almost 24 several hours and serviced to emphasize how dependent we include be on creature-associated time on the go. A few years ago the occurrence would include been a insignificant irritation to the little quantity of smartphone users. But ordinary monthly average portable information use has enlarged 20-fold in the UK with 2011, in telephone owners with them for all a flowing piece of music to order taxis and takeaways. For the growing quantity of human beings and business community how rely on portable apps to organize their job, though was more than rather than an discomfort, it priced them cash. Deliveroo couriers and Uber drivers could not job if they utilized O2. The data framework at London bus stops was out of activity, and a thoroughness agent how dispatched personnel to human beings' homes via an app informed how the downtime driven our business to a stop. It's a digital disaster, the portable analysis Marta Pinto of the IDC Consulting tells us. Human beings are locked out of their lives, of their public print, of their banks, of their information, though of their pictures in the puff. At the begin of the date, O2 had accused a software program issue in a nameless tertiary party supplier. It quickly founded how the was the Swedish Telecoms gigantic Ericsson, that later given an excuse and the astounding reception, an original origin reason analyze indicates how the major question was an overdue certification in the software program versions established in these customers. Our specific visitor Kate Bevan, of that computational, tells us she put her chief in her hands and groaned while she heard the "It's a very main item," she says. A certification sets up the ciphered connect among the server computer and yours unit. If certificates are permitted to elapse, as happened there, all waterfall above. But if one of the planet's main telecoms providers was fouling up, its largest competing was possessing and the worst 1 week. China's Huawei was already by blood pressure as the US said its allies not to confidence a company it claims is close related to the China by the government. After, one of its largest elder management team was detained in Canada. She many faces issuance to the US, seemingly charged of bankruptcy sanctions regime on Iran. Cybersecurity specialist Professor Alan Forrester tells us we should be worried on these clouds above two of the largest players in world telecoms. Talk of Ericsson's mistake, he says, unintentionally it controlled to get downward a entire web. Think if someone tested to do how intentionally. He points out how firms love Huawei hello of countries wherever their governments include emergency powers to force them to do things. The EU Commissar Andrus Ansip supported how type on Friday, offering how firms such as Huawei were required to company operate in China intellect services, by installation behind doors in their machinery and making shavings how could be utilized to get our secrets. Huawei hid behind. Proverb it had never been requested by the government to construct any behind doors or violate any networks and would never admit such a behavior by any of our personnel. Ericsson, Huawei and Finland's Nokia are competitive to construct the following general 5G networks. In the 5G epoch, fair on all as so as all will be associated to the web. How tool any fail, if unintentional or intentional, could reason havoc on a various scope of which we saw the 1 week.